You almost buy it. That's where this starts. Not with a revelation, not with a breakdown, but with a thumb hovering over a checkout screen.
$340 for a jacket you saw someone wear in a video that got 2.4 million views. You don't even particularly want the jacket. You put your phone face down on the table, and something quiet, small, almost nothing shifts.
The first silence is a decision nobody witnesses. You are 24, maybe 25. You are making an average median household income before taxes. What's wrong is that none of it is about money. It's about the appearance of money. And you have been paying for that appearance in ways you are only beginning to calculate. Here's what everyone says you should do in 2026. Get the apartment in the right neighborhood. Get the car that signals arrival. Post the hustle. Share the aesthetic. Spend visibly. Signal constantly. This is the operating system the algorithm has installed in most people your age. The machine is not interested in your net worth. The machine is interested in your attention. Buy now, pay later services, those frictionless, invisible debt products embedded into every checkout, had reached a combined user base of over 100 million Americans. This is what frictionless debt inside an attention economy produces. This isn't your personal failure. When borrowing money is made completely effortless inside a system that trades on your attention, this is the trap everyone falls into. You were right on the edge of becoming a statistic. But then, you hit the power button. That silent exit is a choice nobody else sees. The first step to escaping is entirely boring. You don't open some trendy app, you pull up a basic spreadsheet where the reality isn't hidden behind a clean interface. You list out your exact income, your fixed bills, variable leaks, and the brutal interest rates on your debt. Human discipline eventually runs out. Automated rules never do. You stop trusting your own self-control and let the framework do the work. The next step is adjusting your retirement fund settings to fully lock in what your company matches. You aren't maxing out the legal contribution limits, not even close, but you are taking the match, which is practically a guaranteed 100% return that a quarter of all corporate workers simply leave on the table. You refuse to be one of them anymore. None of this looks glamorous on camera. Nobody is making content about it. There is nothing here to share online, and that is exactly how it should be. The external silence is how your choices begin to look to the outside world. 3 months in, your circle starts to sense a shift. You haven't gone cold, but you stop showing up to every random $80 weekend plan that isn't in your ledger. A message pops up in the group chat asking if you're doing okay. You type back that you're just tied up. It's the truth, you are tied up building an unseen foundation. Stepping out of the loop causes a specific social friction. The society around you expects you to perform your lifestyle. When you opt out, they don't understand it. They assume you're struggling financially. They think you can't pay for the dinner. But the truth is you're choosing not to buy things that give you nothing back. You learn to stay quiet inside that misunderstanding. In 2 years, your balance will hit a milestone that feels completely surreal compared to where you began. By the end of year 1, you have $11,400 secured in a high-yield account. Earning over 4%, that tool brings in roughly $500 in pure interest just for maintaining your stance. You clear the credit card with the worst interest rate entirely. The outstanding balance reads 0. You save a screenshot of it, but you share it with absolutely no one. Not out of embarrassment, but because your circle lacks the context to understand what that empty balance truly signifies. That 0 is your first quiet victory. Year 2 arrives. The massive gap between your trajectory and your friends' lives is still completely unseen from the outside. You wear the same clothes, inhabit the same space, and drive the exact same vehicle. You take a step that initially felt intimidating, opening a brokerage portal and allocating over $3,000 into a broad market index fund. You choose this route because historical data confirms active management rarely beats the baseline index over decades once fees are stripped out. You intentionally choose the lowest possible fee. A few weeks later, the market slides down 11%. You feel the sting, but you don't panic or touch your capital. This is the ultimate test. Behavioral data proves average retail investors lose money not because of the market, but because they buy at the highest points and liquidate in a panic during drops. You ignore the noise and hold. By year 3, your strategy requires a costly personal sacrifice. A close companion announces an international wedding that demands nearly $3,000 for travel and lodgings alone. You analyze your current path and realize it doesn't fit without fracturing your momentum. You decline, sending a heartfelt message instead. A subtle chill settles into the social atmosphere. Once you cut out the noise of performing for others, your real capital isn't just the cash, it's the time you bought back. You realize that with this focus, you can master any high-value skill on the planet. While everyone else is chasing trends, you are quietly sitting down, upgrading your internal software, and learning assets nobody can take away from you. This is the ultimate leverage. When you own your attention, you can target it at modern problems that automated tools can't touch. You spend your evenings building deep, specialized expertise while the world sleeps. Nobody sees the hours you put into the screen, but the structural strength that gives your life changes your entire reality from this moment on.